Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm only going to be giving you one what if on each channel. I'm going to be giving you part 9 of what if Naruto got his memory sealed away. Remember to get this one to 300 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto Was Raised by the Hyuga clan over on Anime King. Yes guys, I'm only going to be able to post one what if on each channel tonight. Be with me and thank you for all of your help and your support guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Let's begin the intro. So, the last part we left off, Guy and Lee kept on shouting out Naruto's name, as Naruto told them that he will meet up with them later, and they should leave before he set Gaara on them. The reason why the Sand Trio is staying in his apartment, as it's because of the alliance between Konoha and the Sand. They're recreating the alliance that a team from the Sand must come here and help out with Konoha missions seen from the recent invasion. And since they're already here, they're that team. As Naruto cursed as they kept on eating his food. Arriving at the field, they went to go and find his sword, as Tenten was pissed as the sword was broken. Sometime after that, Naruto was called, as Naruto went where he was called with Tsunade. Arriving at the place, it was the cells, as they want him to talk with Teiwaya. She was too weak to do proper interrogation on, or forcefully extract any information. Arriving in there, Naruto saw why. Orochimaru could remove the seal from where he was, but it was going to kill her. But Tsunade and Shizune saved her life, as her body looked extremely pale, and Naruto talked with her. She didn't want to be a part of Orochimaru's team or any of that. She didn't care about any of them. Her village was destroyed, and she was forced to join or die, so she had to join. Talking to her, Naruto found some sense of relief because it was rather nice, and she talked to him and opened up to him, as he told her he will visit her again. Going to the Forest of Death to get some training in, Naruto was attacked viciously by Anko, who was pissed. Why didn't he ask about the curse mark? As Naruto had to fight her and then told her that her curse mark was a prototype. The newly one that he placed on Teiwaya and her friends, he could remove that at will and kill them in the process. But he told her he will find a way. He will learn into seals and find a way to remove that mark for her, as Anko had hope in her eyes. Arriving home, Jiraiya arrived there and told Naruto about the 3-year training trip. Naruto was still pissed about what happened, as he didn't answer Jiraiya. 2 days later, he was talking with Teiwaya, as she gave him some perspective, as he started to think about things. Arrived in the Hokage's office, as Tsunade asked him what was he thinking about the training trip. But Naruto said no, he's still not going. It is better if you stay here and train, and Jiraiya stopped in and give him a few things to learn, because if they're on the road every time, he won't really learn anything. He will just stay here and get back his skills, and Jiraiya can come here and teach him a few things. As with that, he left. As Jiraiya was in the office already, coming out of his camouflage technique, as both him and Tsunade was talking, as they spoke about Naruto's father, Minato. Naruto was sitting behind the window, heard everything, as he wondered who is Minato. How many Minatos were in the village before the Kyuubi attacked? He has to investigate. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So, what do you say we begin this new episode? We begin this episode with Naruto sitting in the Forest of Death in a lotus position. It had been right around a week, and Naruto has been wondering how would he find out anything about Minato that was in Konoha without tipping Tsunade or Jiraiya off, since apparently it was one big secret. He figured that Jiraiya would officially tell him one day, but that could probably take months or years. He needed information now, and he was sure that Kakashi was in on this as well, so he was going to go to him. And he still couldn't find Danzo, damn it. Well, not that he was still looking, he had quit months ago. It was obvious that this Minato guy was pretty big in his day, and Danzo never really teach him anything that was out of route. And when he was sealed away, he was going to class and he was not really paying attention and not listening to that's right, Iruka Sensei. He wasn't old enough to know anything on the scale of this cover-up, and he wasn't close to the ones that were trying to keep it buried. And he had a lot of general knowledge in Konoha, so he could answer the question. As Naruto got up and headed towards the academy. Now, who can tell me the order of ranking in Konoha ninja system? Asked Iruka as he looked at his students. Udon's head shot up in the back as he sniffed. Iruka Sensei goes, Genin, Chonins, Jonins, and Kage. Very good, Iruka said, but what about Anvu? A little girl with pale eyes raised her hand. Anvus are drafted from any rank depending on their skill level and the amount of potential they have, but their identities are kept secret for the most part. A ninja of any ranking can be Anvu, but they are usually drafted from Chunin and up. Good answer, Hanabi, said Iruka. Now, he then stopped as he heard the door sliding open, as he saw that mop of blonde hair. As Naruto's eyes scanned the room before landing on Iruka, as he gave the man a foxy grin before stepping in. As he noticed, Udon and Moki were trying to shake Konohamaru awake to tell him that he was here. Hey, Iruka Sensei, can you help me out really quickly, Naruto said. You don't have to leave, it's just a question. Iruka sighed. You crashed my class, Naruto, what do you have to say for yourself? I have done stuff way worse than just crash your class, Iruka. Or have you forgotten? Maybe I can inspire some delinquents, he said with a smirk. Boss! As Naruto smiled and waved at Konohamaru, as he then turned back to Iruka. I think he will do just fine with a little inspiration from me. Don't you think, he asked. Iruka paled. Fine, you can go ahead and ask a question, but don't teach anyone your ways of pranks. But before that, you have to help me with something. Saying that you interrupt my lesson, I need a favor from you. Fine, what is it that you need, Naruto said. Alright kids, Iruka said. Today I'm going to give you all a little treat. I'm going to break away from lecturing today and give you all a chance to ask questions from an active Konoha shinobi. The children in the class started a buzz to talk to a real shinobi that wasn't Iruka. Naruto looked at Iruka. Are there any questions I can't answer? No, this is for their benefit, so they can ask whatever they want. That isn't the problem, isn't it? It's fine, Naruto said. Okay, said Iruka, today we have Naruto Uzumaki to speak with you. This is an on-the-fly kind of thing, so let's go with it. As Naruto went over and sit on Iruka's decks. Alright, none of you know me or ever spoken to me, except for Konohamaru, Udon, and Moge. Raise your hand and I'll call on you and answer your question. As hands shot up all over the room, he saw a little brown-haired girl at the front as he pointed to her. You, he said. She lowered her hand and smiled nervously. Uzumaki-san, I know that there are ninjas that specialize in certain things like taijutsu or genjutsu, or things like that. What kind of ninja would you say you are? Naruto took a moment to ponder the question. I guess I specialize in killing my opponent. As Iruka faced palm. As Naruto continued, I don't know any genjutsu, I just know how to dispel the really tough ones. I am very good at taijutsu, but I know people way better than hand-to-hand combat than me. I would say I'm a ninjutsu specialist, but I'm still learning a lot of tougher ones. I am decent at kinjutsu, but I can still learn more. I am very good at stealth techniques, but I can't really utilize that skill with my current rank yet. I don't really specialize in any one subject. I'm passable at all of them though. But if you're all trying to be a powerful shinobi, you should all keep that mindset. Trying to over-specialize can get you killed. I know at least 2 jonin that I can beat right now. I simply have to neutralize what they're best at, and then they become completely useless. Specializing isn't really a bad thing, just make sure everything else is up. Iruka eyes wide as he heard Naruto talking about his skills. He was about to tell Naruto to be serious, but he saw Naruto's face. He wasn't lying, as he was calm, speaking the truth. He heard that Naruto was good from others, but was it really that true? You, Naruto said, as a boy with short hair speak. When last did you kill someone, Naruto-san? He said. 2 weeks ago, Naruto said. On my last mission. Well, 3 people. Well, 2. One of them just went and died in the middle of the fight. I didn't actually finish him, Naruto said. Next question. Udon raised his hand as Naruto pointed at him. Why do you call Iruka sensei, sensei boss? Well, he was the only one of my sensei who actually teach me something. Not even my Jonin sensei really teach me anything. Well, they don't need to know about root, Naruto thought. He pointed to a boy with Inuzaka face markings. Your turn, kid. How long have you been a ninja? Naruto blinked at the question. Longer than you've been alive, you little asshole. Well, he wished he could say that out loud. I am just starting my second year, Naruto said. I graduated last year. I knew Iruka sensei remember that little event, he said. As Iruka nodded with a grin. Hey, another boy asked, as Naruto pointed at him. Why is the sheet on your back empty? Are you too broke to afford a sword? As the children started to laugh. Naruto smirked at the boy. Oh, you see, when you use your sword to cut a grown man in half, it might get broken in the line of duty. In case you want to see it when it gets fixed, I can give you a demonstration and cut you to pieces, you little asshole. Naruto, Iruka said, stop cursing. Naruto sighed as he looked up. Go ahead, Konohamaru, he said, as he's been ignoring Konohamaru just to piss him off, as the boy was really getting angry. Little kids are easy to piss off, he thought. Konohamaru's glare quickly went away. Why didn't you tell me you get promoted, boss? I only found out the other day when I saw your pink-haired teammate. You didn't need to know, kid, Naruto said. Would have changed anything? Besides, I've been a Chunin for a while now. Liar! Naruto turned to the Hyuga girl. And why are you calling me a liar? He said, trying to feel out her name. Hanabi, she said. And I'm calling you a liar because I saw you fighting in Chunin exams, and no one get promoted from that, not even Neji. Oh, and you know this because you saw me beat the crap out of Neji, right? As Naruto ignored Iruka's comment on language. There was another test after the Chunin exams, and after that me and Shikamaru Nara got promoted. Then where's your Chunin vest then? You get a vest upon promotion, she said. Well, yeah you do, but I don't like that bulky piece of crap, so I don't wear it. It is not a necessity, like the headband. Others like to wear it because they want people to know that you're elite, or because they like the extra pattern. Any other question on my rank or my integrity, because I can keep this up all day until one of you step on my nerve. Come on, I got unlimited time and I'm leaf right now. And an unlimited kind of whoop ass. So who wants to set me off? Iruka decided to intervene as he wouldn't let this go too far. Alright everyone, that's enough for today, he said. Naruto, he said, what was the question you wanted to ask me? Naruto hopped off of Iruka's decks. Iruka, how many people do you know in Konoha named Minato? And who would you say is the most famous one? And do you know if that Minato had any kind of relationship with Jiraiya of the Sannin? Huh? I thought he was your hero when you were in school, Iruka said. That is what you told me the night when you graduated. Well, I have blocked out any dumb, stupid remarks I made in the academy. And due to some overlap, I don't remember, Naruto said. Iruka raised an eyebrow. You said it was the 4th Hokage. He was your hero, and you want to become like him. Ah, so I did, Naruto said. Naruto, said Iruka. The 4th Hokage is Minato Namikaze. He was trained by Jiraiya. He summoned toads. He was the one that beat the Kyuubi. And now he's dead and I'm not. Kyuubi, 1. Minato Namikaze, 0, the Kyuubi said. But Naruto ignored him. As Iruka saw a look came on Naruto's face, Konohamaru started as well. What's wrong, Naruto-nisan? Asked Konohamaru. Maybe his tiny little brain fried because he learned something new today, said Hanabi. Naruto's eyes snapped over to her as he started radiate killing intent. Alright, everyone outside of the practice field, who wants to spar the real life ninja? Naruto? We don't spar until Friday, and you're not a student. Naruto turned towards Iruka. I just want to vent out some frustration. The Sand Kids are gone for a while, and I can't beat the crap out of Gaara-san until I feel any better. So, it's either them, or you, Iruka. 3 hours later, Naruto was tied up to a wooden chair, with 3 envoys around him in Tsunade's office keeping watch. Oh come on, I wasn't going to put them in the hospital or anything. I just wanted to blow off some steam. Tsunade got up and she punched him right in the head. But he lifted up his face to a smirk. That didn't hurt, he said. She then punched him right in the face as he fell back breaking the chair as he got loose. Naruto rolled over and spit out a tooth. That chair was bolted to the floor, Bachan. As he flicked the tooth to one of the envoys as they caught it. Don't worry, it will grow back, Naruto said. What the hell is wrong with you, brat? Tsunade cursed as she sit down. You beat up an entire class of academy student. Who the hell goes around doing something like that? In my defense, they all come at me at once, and I tied one hand behind my back. Consider it a teamwork exercise. Give them all extra grades, tell their parents it was sanctions. Everyone win. You're going to catch some problem for this kid. What the hell were you thinking? Naruto looked around the envoy still in their office. You mind sending these guys out? This is kind of sensitive. Tsunade gave a look to say like, are you kidding? Oh well, Naruto said. I thought that Minato Namikaze was important. Tsunade's eyes widened. Leave, she said to the envoys, as they all left without another word. What do you know about Minato, brat? She said. Naruto didn't answer as he went over towards the wall where the picture of Minato was. He then turned back to Tsunade, placing his head right beside the picture. I must be goddamn retarded. How the hell didn't I see that? I look just like the man. God, I'm really slow. Tsunade sighed and rubbed her temple. How did you figure it out? We were going to tell you soon. Iruka Sensei, Naruto said, as she stared at him in surprise. Oh come on, Bachan. As he pointed through the window. I've been staring at that face for 13 years now. I need help to figure it out. I should be pissed off and angry, but I'm not, and I don't even know why. You are angry, you're just repressing it. And that's not healthy, Naruto. I think I should assign you a mission. You need to get out of town and blow off some steam. I'll have something for you tomorrow. We can talk about this when Jerry comes back. You know, you cannot tell anyone about this. What else is new? I'm a walking secret. Am I leading or tagging along for this mission? Doesn't matter, she said, as Naruto shook his head. Now, she said, she cracked her knuckles. I think the crime of assaulting an entire class of students deserve a punishment. Don't you think, brat? Punishment? You punched me in the face and knocked my tooth out. What the hell are you gonna do now? Time skip. 4 hours later. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. God damn it, Naruto screamed as he picked up another piece of trash with a stick and placed it in the bag. I should be done by now, but you won't let me use any ninjutsu. A distance away, Shikamaru was lying down. Hokage-sama called me to oversee your D-rank mission for today. And you are not to use any ninjutsu. And calm down, Naruto, this is the last one. You're just alright with this because it's giving you the excuse to do nothing, you lazy bastard. Shikamaru yawned as he looked up to the cloud, troublesome. Just hurry up and finish up so I won't have to listen to your complaint anymore. Between you and Ino, I can't tell which one is the worst. Naruto stabbed the trash and placed it in the bag. You should take up drinking, it has done wonders for Bachan. I don't even bother that much anymore, because sometimes she's just completely lucid. She don't even realize I'm talking. As Naruto curses and picked up more trash, I'm not even get paid for this crap. Stupid kids. I thought Inuzukas were supposed to be good at taijutsu, but he just dropped like a wet stone. There were a class of 7 to 8-year-old kids, and you beat them all up. Don't make excuses for them, they're still too weak, Naruto said. I'm finished. Let's get the hell out of here so we can get hammered. You're 13 years old, Naruto. You're too young to drink. Really? Really? I kill people for a living, you know that? Troublesome, said Shikamaru. Sometime later. Why are you doing D-rank missions? You're tuning now, said Tenten. Guy and Lee said they saw you painting a fence. As they were in Tenten's weapon shop, as she was behind the counter. Well, I kinda beat up a class of academy students and the Hokage made me do a ton of them. But they were talking shit, so it's not my fault. As Naruto saw a man coming from the back. So, Mr. Tenten's dad. How long do you need my sword for? I have a new mission to go on tomorrow. The sword is a broken ninjado. As the man reached down and pulled up a sword wrapped in a cloth. You paid when you drop it off, right? Yeah, Naruto says. He pulled out a receipt. Alright then, she's all yours, kid. As Naruto picked it up and swung it around a bit. Thanks a lot, I missed this thing. It's almost like it never broke at all. As he sheathed his blade. As the man nodded. Don't go breaking it again, Naruto said Tenten. I don't want to see that thing back here in pieces. Yes you do, Naruto said. That's more money for your shop, girl. But don't worry, it won't be breaking anytime soon. I mean, how often would I come across a guy that can make an indestructible drill around his arm made from bones? See ya, he said, as he headed off. Arrived in the forest of death, Naruto went through hand sign. Summoning jutsu. Who summoned me out here? The massive smoke cleared away as Gamabunta looked down. What do you need, kid? I told you not to summon me for dumb things. Gamabunta, I'm gonna be straight with you, since I know you know who I really am. Now tell me, who do I look like? Gamabunta almost dropped his pipe. I thought that much, said Naruto. I knew that you knew. Well, I knew it. When I first saw you, kid, and when I first saw you summon me. Me and Jerry had a talk after you blacked out, and he told me everything, even about the seals. I mean, come on, kid. I worked with the man for a long while, and then, 12 years later, I was summoned down that chasm to see a miniature version of him. I almost dropped the both of us down that chasm. Naruto lied down on his back, so whose ass am I going to kick for this? Jiraiya, I guess, and maybe Kakashi. Did Kakashi know? Well, I'm not sure, but he was your old man student, so it wouldn't be a stretch to say that he knew. But don't do anything rash. You aren't as dumb as when we first met, so I knew that you understand why it had to be kept a secret from you. Yeah, the bullshit with the hidden stone. And anyone else that my dad kicked their ass. And the politicians trying to get to me once they know who I really am. Man, I need a drink. A smile came on Gamabunta's face. When we first met, kid, after I make you become the Toad Summon, what did I say to you? As Naruto smiled, resummon me in 15 minutes. Let's see if you can hold your booze, kid, said Gamabunta. The next morning, as Naruto was lying on Tsunade's couch with Shizune running a green glowing hand over his head. What did you do last night, Naruto-kun? Why does a 13-year-old need a hangover cure? Naruto winks a bit as her voice was radiated through his head like he was being hit with a hammer. Shizune, there are some things that you don't need to know. Just trust me. The next moment, Shizune saw the door start to open as Tsunade walked in to look at her hungover Chunin with Shizune running a hand over him. Shrugging it off as early morning crap, she just walked over to her desk and pulled out her first piece of paperwork. Tsunade quirked her eyebrow. Brat, why is there a report on my desk claiming that Gamabunta was singing at the top of his lungs around Training Ground 44 last night? And also, they claim that there are 37 spider corpses littering the field. Some of them were ripped apart, cut into pieces, and squashed out by giant web footprints. And Mount Miyaboku, firebrand sake, filling up the place as well. How do you know the brand, Naruto said? It's on there too, said Tsunade. Apparently there are 12 human-sized containers around the area. Yeah, that's some good stuff, Naruto said. I'm not even going to ask. Are you ready for the mission today, or do I have to throw you in jail for junk in public? Hey, I was not junk, Naruto said. Naruto-kun, I found you blacked out on top of the building this morning when I came to work early, said Shizune. Hey, it's not my fault. I was getting junk in the woods, but Gamabunta got all wild and he threw me straight into public. So arrest him. Tsunade sighed. Listen closely, brat. This is a B rank. You're escorting a VIP to Kumo alongside of a team of 2 other Chunins and a Jonin. This will take a weeks at the most, and a few months, seeing that there will be a little bit of negotiation between our representative, who you will be traveling with, and the Kumo higher-ups. This is a bullshit mission, he said. He said it quietly. What did you just say, said Tsunade? Oh, nothing, Naruto said. So, who exactly is on my team? You know what? I'm not telling you this time. Get your ass down to mission control and get your own goddamn assignments. I shouldn't be the one to be doing this. There are people who handle this instead of me that get paid for it. So go down there. As Naruto got up without saying a word and left. Tsunade-sama, that was mean, said Shizune. He didn't even do anything. Of course he did. He had 12. 12, Shizune. 12 firebrand sake. And he didn't invite me. How could he do that? After getting from mission control, Naruto went to see Izumo, Kotetsu, and Genma. They were escorting an older man with grey hair, a beard, and glasses. And the man looked like he was frowning. Well, Naruto knew this man. He was one of the elders, Homura. As this was one of the elders that Naruto did not like. Well, for that old woman named Kaoru, it was different. Naruto somewhat liked her. When he was visiting the Hokage, she treated him like he was a regular kid. Back when he was en route, Danzo told him about council meetings. When conversations revolved around him, Homura was biased against him. And that was kind of weird since Homura usually sided with Danzo. But when it came to anything involving Naruto, his mindset was to keep Naruto weak. He was against Naruto entering the academy after a ceiling. He was against him graduating after the incident with Mizuki. And Naruto could only imagine how he bitched about the events after following when he got promoted to Chunin. Hopefully, he didn't have to speak to this old man. As Naruto walked up to the Jonin of the group, Genma. Chunin, Naruto Uzumaki here for escort. The mission to Kumo. Genma turned a lazy glance at Naruto, but he didn't smile seeing Naruto. It's you again, kid, he said. So you're the last member of my team, huh? As Katetsu and Izumo smiled. So Naruto, you're coming on this mission, said Katetsu. Yeah, I am, but I'm kind of surprised. You two are going on a mission? I thought you were permanent gate watchers. Don't remind me, kid, said Katetsu. Izumo think that there's nothing going wrong with gate watching. But nah, I'd rather be on the field, said Katetsu. There's nothing wrong with that job, Katetsu, Izumo said. We're protecting the citizens of Konoha. There isn't a more important job for us to have. He then turned to Naruto. Maybe we will get to see you cut loose on this mission. I know that you were holding back on the test, and no one saw that you beat those sound ninjas who almost killed Genma, so I'm curious to see how you fight. Hey, it was 4-on-2. Radio and I were winning before they used their curse seals. And they didn't even annihilate us or anything. Anyway, enough chatter. It's time to get on the road. Elder Homura, my entire team has assembled. Are you prepared to leave? Homura's eyes went over the squad as he nodded. Yes, let's set out for Kumo. It should take us around 1 week to arrive. As they get through the gate, there was a carriage waiting. As the elderly man sat inside with Genma sitting at the driver's seat. Katetsu took up position in the front of the vehicle, while Izumo and Katetsu went along the side. As they were going off near the curse. Damn it, I never turned off all the stuff in my house. As he made a clone that went back. Later that night, the ninjas were conversing with each other, as Homura already had his tent set up, and he was sleeping. Really? Said Genma. So you were the one that did that to all the people, even pranking the Hyugas? You sound like you don't believe me. Is it true, Naruto? You actually did that, said Katetsu. Some people said that it was probably you, but since you disappeared, they thought that it was exactly you. But there was too many. What am I even saying? You specialize in the multi-shell clone jutsu. It was probably you. You know, you pissed off the Hyuga clan that flash bomb stunt. It was truly priceless. Naruto then stopped. Hey, what's wrong, said Katetsu. That clone is an asshole, Naruto said. What do you mean, asked Izumo. You know how I sent that clone back to lock off my things, right? Well, he didn't dispel after doing that. He went around doing random shit in my name. Flashback, sometime earlier. That was a total waste of time and effort, the clone said, as he locked the door to the apartment. There wasn't anything running up my electric bill in there. He was about to dispel when he saw Kiba run up to him with Akamaru. Oh Naruto, I just heard what you did yesterday at the academy. Come on, let's get something to eat, I'm starving. Well, he didn't tell me to dispel after doing the job. As a clone smiled. Sure Kiba, let's go. Ichiraku Ramen is cool with you, isn't it? An hour later, Kiba and Akamaru were shocked. 26 bowls? Kiba only got 2 for himself and a plate of meat for Akamaru. Dude, where are you putting all of that? You should have puked about 10 bowls ago. That's my secret, Naruto said as he got another bowl and started to dive in. As he swallowed the food pretty easily. Hey old man, put this on my tab. I'm going on a B-rank mission pretty soon, so I'm gonna pay it off once I get back in the village. You got it, Naruto said, the old man. Moments later in Aruka class, he figured that Naruto had given them some shell shock yesterday, seeing that all of them were here, writing and doing what they were told. As Aruka heard the door open, as the students gasped in horror. As he turned, Naruto? What are you doing here? You're lucky that no one's parents put a restraining order on you yet. Well, Aruka-sensei, I thought something was missing today, so... As he turns attention to the Inzaka boy, I brought a sword. I haven't even tested it out yet, so who wants to help me? Last person here, volunteer. As all the students start to scream and run for their life. As Naruto simply chuckled. You enjoyed yourself, said Aruka, as he face-palmed, looking at his class that was now completely empty. Yeah, I did. See you later, Aruka-sensei, and Milati flashed away. Time later, Tsunade finally arrived back to her office. As she was going to drink some sake, Shizune was off on a break. As she pulled out the containers, as she opened one of the bottle and put it at her head, with not even a drop. She flinged the sake bottles right in the wall as she cursed, as she saw a note. Hey Bachan, did you know you had 2 bottles of sake in your decks? Don't worry, I took care of it for you, so you wouldn't have to. I mean, God, it was good. And well, you're the Hokage and you were on the job, so I helped you out by drinking the thing for you, okay? No need to thank me. The thought of a job well done, knowing that you won't have to drink any of these delicious sake, is good enough for me, okay? Love, Naruto. P.S. Your envoys are really easy to distract. The people were walking outside as civilians heard something crash. Looking up, they saw a chair falling down as they ran out of the way. As it dropped to the ground, the furious Tsunade looked through the window. You goddamn brat, she shouted. End of flashback. And then my clone, Junk dialed random numbers back home, throwing firecrackers at Lee and Guy, and went into a store, playing their drum, and got himself kicked out. But he went back into the forest of death, ready to take on the spiders. He challenged them, and yeah, he died. As all of the men around him burst out laughing, as even the fox was laughing in his mind. Wait, how do I know all that? Naruto asked. Genma looked at him and raised eyebrow. You mean you don't know? Anything your clone does, it comes back to you in memory. Honestly, you never realized that before? Yeah, Izumo said, it's a good way to train, because anything your clone learns, you will get back when you dispel it. It all goes into your head. No one uses it though, because even most Jonins can only use up to 1 to 3 of them safely. Hey, how can you make? Well, up to 1,000, Naruto said. Oh my god, Naruto said. Who else know about this? Well, I knew, said Katetsu. Kakashi told me a few years ago, when I ran into him on the training field. Kakashi knew this? You mean to tell me I could have been using 1,000 clone to train? Naruto got up and started to walk away. Naruto, where are you going? Genma asked. Anger management, said Naruto. The man then all settled in, as they got some sleep for night, one of them taking the watch. As explosions could be heard ringing through the forest, along with metal clashing in the distance. Time skip, the trip to Kumo was uneventful, but him and the rest of them talk, as they already know about the 9 tails inside of him, asked him about himself and how does it feel to be a Jinchuriki. Despite having some hateful glares, but it wasn't that bad. And Naruto has been having some luck, seeing that he didn't have to interact with the Konoha elder. Genma was a leader, so anything the man had to say, he talked to Genma about it. As Naruto had taken the shadow clone thing to heart, when he woke up in the morning, created 1,000 clone. As they went off the train, after the influx of information, next wave of clone will train, and so on till nightfall. As he managed to master 3 of his lost techniques again. As they arrived, instead of 2 guards, there were 2 squads watching, showing how many people Kumo had if they could use that men to watch the entrance alone. As they were about to move inside, Naruto elbowed Katetsu and Izumo. You guys getting gate envy here. Getting a familiar feeling, right? Very funny, kid, said Izumo. There is nothing wrong with watching a gate. Someone has to do it. Yeah, I know, but I hope I never end up watching that job. It's a D-rank mission of Chunin 11 Ninja. You're telling me, said Katetsu, I'd rather do border control than watching that gate one more time. I die a little inside every time I sit in that booth. I think that thing sucked chakra or something. Stop complaining, you're on a real mission now, so shut up. And look alive, guys, here comes Genma. Alright, we're going straight to the hotel they booked for all of us. And then we will be told what to do after that by the elder. As they nodded and went inside, Izumo and Katetsu has already been here for the Chunin exams in the past, but Naruto wasn't even looking around. But they didn't know that Danzo had Naruto memorized all the layouts for all the ninja villages, seeing that much hasn't changed since the second Great Shinobi War. Making their way to the hotel, the elder got a VIP room, and the rest of them had to share rooms. Izumo and Katetsu took one room, while Genma and Naruto took another. So Genma, what are we doing first? Naruto asked. Well, we were told by the elder to accompany him, the first meeting with the Raikage. As Naruto then stand up to leave. By us I mean me, Katetsu and Izumo. As Naruto looked at him, and I'm not going because... Jin must sigh, he didn't hate Naruto, he actually liked the kid a lot. He was good, he had heard what the boy did, the Orochimaru bodyguards, when they came to extract Sasuke. As he was surprised because even he fought them before and he lost. However, this was an order from the person who was the point of the mission. Homura didn't want Naruto there, and Genma hands are kind of tied in this thing right now. It's a command from our boss, Naruto. It's not me, trust me. Naruto sighed, what do I have to do to old goats like that to get it through their head? I'm not a demon. I mean, God, if I was a demon, I would have started killing them by now, wouldn't I? God knows I'm strong enough. You've seen the Forest of Bones, right? I know, but don't talk like that, kid. There's some things that you shouldn't say, especially to the high rank person handing out the order for this mission. Just calm down and get some rest. If we need you, we will come get you. Fine, I guess you're right. I shouldn't have said that. And besides, I wouldn't do anything to Konoha. I have already done so much for that place. I wouldn't screw it all up for one old man. Okay, kid. Do you have any question before I leave? Oh yeah, that Senmon in your mouth. Do you use it and keep it for as long as you can? Or do you swap them out? Or do you let it stay until you kill someone? Genma sweat drop. I'll see you later. Stay out of trouble. As Naruto flopped on the bed. Who do you think I am? What kind of trouble can I get into? I mean, I'm away from the meeting. As he noticed Genma didn't shut the door, and he was standing there. Never mind, Naruto said. Don't answer that. Genma simply chuckled. Take it easy, kid, and don't do anything stupid while I'm gone. Naruto yawned and waved him off, as the man shut the door. As Naruto rolled over and looked through the window, it's still afternoon. There's no way I'm staying in here until they all get back. Moments later, he was walking on the street of Kumo. He didn't get too many odd looks just because he was a foreigner. He chalked that up to because most people here have blonde hair, and in Konoha it was just him, Tsunade, and Yamanaka clan. I can't even train here. It's not like they will let a foreign shinobi use their training land. What am I supposed to do then? Eventually he wandered over to a training field, even though it was by accident. As he found an open area, bored away from the mountain at least a mile wide. As he saw two ninjas engaged in a spar, as he realized where he was. As he quickly turned to leave, he heard a voice. This place is off limit to civilians. Well, if I see any civilians, I'll make sure to tell you then, Naruto said. The girl then noticed the headband attached to his belt. So, we have a Konoha ninja spying on us. God damn it, this is just what I was trying to avoid. Naruto raised his hands, as he looked towards the blonde girl, who was a few years older than him. Her hair was around shoulder length, and like him she had blue eyes. The first thing his eyes caught sight of was her chest. That was, god damn it. Don't steer, dumbass, you're already in trouble. Listen, Naruto said, I found this place by accident. I didn't know that it was a training field until I heard fighting sounds coming from behind. I'll just turn around, okay, and head back to town. I don't need any kind of BS right now. Okay, Samui? She reached for her weapon. You have me at a disadvantage. You know my name and I don't know yours, she said. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I am just here on a mission and was granted some downtime. I was just wandering about, okay? No need to cause a ruckus. And also, tell your team if they want to sneak up on me, they need to do a better job, okay? As he looked over as two people emerged. As a dark-skinned boy with spiky, white hair, black eyes, grey pants, and a grey hoodie, as he had a lollipop in his mouth. The next one is a dark-skinned girl. She had amber eyes and dark red hair. She had her head band in a bandana, as she was wearing a Kumo flap jacket and a katana on her back. These were the two that he saw sparring before trying to leave. He then started to walk away, but they stepped in front of his path. As Naruto sighed, can I go now? I have to get back before my team leader starts looking for me. Omori looked over the boy. Maybe he was here to report Kumo's secrets, and he stumbled on us by accident while he was making his escape. Oh my god, Naruto said. Now I got a guy that overanalyzes everything. Why? Why did I leave the hotel room? Even when I'm not trying to start crap, things like this thing happen. It's like I'm a magnet or something. Said Karu, you have a sword. Maybe you were spying on our Kenjutsu to take back. You have a sword and I have a ninjato. It will be useless to me. Mine is shorter. You know what? Screw this. Get the hell out of my way, Naruto said, as he turned to look towards Samui. I've been trying to be civil about this thing, but you keep on standing my way. Move, or I'll move you myself. Huh, you think you can take on three, tuning by yourself? I love to see you try, she said. You're not gonna let me go so easy, are you, Naruto said. This is just a waste of everyone's time. I'm on a mission. I'm just here to kill time. Yes, by spying on the inner works of Kumo, said Amoy. As Naruto sighed, you know what? I don't care anymore. International incident or not. Either get the hell out of my way and let me go back to my hotel, or I'm gonna beat all of your asses and go back to my hotel. As Karu and Amoy tensed themselves, calm down, said Samui. You know, you have a very short fuse, you know that? Well, I'm getting the 3rd-degree treatment from people I don't know, Naruto said. Of course, I would be pissed off. I actually want to train, but there is no way a foreign ninja here on a diplomatic mission would get permission to use the training field for no good reason. I guess I subconsciously turned myself here. I was just wandering around. What kind of diplomatic mission would a Konoha ninja be carrying out here, said Amoy. How should I know? I'm just a muscle. The rest of my team is with the guy I should be protecting. So, said Samui, you're a ninja sent here on a diplomatic mission from Konoha, who just happened to be let go from the rest of his group. That sounds somewhat familiar, doesn't it? Naruto's sweat dropped. It did sound familiar because that was basically what Kumo tried to pull off in Konoha years ago, when they tried to fake the Tsunade to steal Hinata in the middle of the night. That was the story that Neji told him. That was how Neji's father got killed, when he had to switch place with Hayashi Hyuga. Do they really think this is some kind of espionage? Knocking them out will just make things worse. And I promised Genma I wouldn't get into any trouble. What must I do for you all to leave me alone? I mean seriously, I'm going to get into trouble if I don't check in. Maybe we should let the kid go, said Amoy. I mean look at him, he doesn't seem that dangerous. I mean that scar is a nice touch. But he doesn't seem like he can cause any ruckus by himself, even if he was lying. Gaara is smaller than me and no one said that shit about him, Naruto thought. As Karu started to walk around Naruto. Just because he can't be anything more than a genin, that doesn't mean anything. Look at him, he carries around a sword. And you don't carry a sword if you don't know how to use it at all. I can see some outlines of scars on his body, through his shirt too. He's dangerous, alright? Maybe we should just take him in just in case, said Samui. Can this get any worse, Naruto thought. What are you all doing? As Naruto turned to see another blonde, probably at least 7 years older than him. Yujito, said Samui. We just found a Konoha ninja snooping around. We don't know what he's doing here. I told you already, damn it, Naruto said. I was wandering around by accident and I ended up finding myself here. What am I, a damn recorder? I'm not repeating myself one more time. Yujito looked down, taken to the Raikage. As Naruto narrowed his eyes at her, they claimed to be Chunin, and if she was giving them orders, that means she's stronger. And Naruto knows if he engaged in a fight, right now Kumo and Konoha weren't on the good terms. And if he do anything stupid that might bring problem for the village, and Bachan is gonna be pissed. Fine, whatever. If this will clear everything up, I'll go. Good choice, said Yujito. You couldn't have gotten away if you tried. As Amoy tied up Naruto's hand and started to pull him, but he felt some loose in the rope as he turned. They all looked at Naruto ready to fight as they saw him rubbing his wrists. What? It's not my fault he can't tie a rope. And if you think that you're gonna pull me through town like I'm some kind of goddamn criminal or something that people are going to look at with those eyes, you can all go screw yourself. I am going to the Raikage and I'm walking there, so we can all clear this crap up. You're not in Konoha, said Karu. You can't just do what you like here, you know. You're damn right I'm not in Konoha. If I was in Konoha, I would have drop kicked your ass a long time ago. As Naruto walked past them. So, that is what happened to Nebe, said the Kyuubi. Huh? Nebe? What are you talking about, Naruto asked. Dumbass, don't you remember when Danzo briefed you on the other Shinjunkis when you were back en route? Oh, I forgot, Naruto said. But I'm gonna be in this episode right here, guys. If you want to see what's up next part, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. And I'm only gonna be posting to What If Night, so stay tuned for What If Naruto's raised by the Hyuga clan. But for now, I'm out. See you guys soon. Peace.